Good morning, Sam. It is Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. I am so excited for your running challenge. I think that is a marvelous idea. I am excited to see where it takes you and where you're going with it. It seems like you're off to a really strong start, and that is awesome. It is warm out today. The sun is shining, the skies are clear. I just spent the last 2 hours working on some photo shoots for the cinema department out in the sun. We got to use a bunch of really big fancy equipment, which was a lot of fun, and actually work in crews, which we haven't for the entire year. There's some things that I forget that I miss about living through this pandemic, and one of them is just like collaboratively working with other people. Over the weekend, I had a chance to make a trailer for the film festival that I'm going to be a part of, showcasing the movie that I've been working on this semester. And I think there were like 7 of us working on the shoot on Saturday, and it was a little drizzly and cold out, but it was absolutely astounding to have a film shoot with an actual group of people, a group working together to make something happen. There's something that just feels really like real and solid about it, and something that I miss a lot right now. It's so nice to have an opportunity to like work with people, to create something together when you're in the same physical space. Not only does it just reduce the amount of time that you have to spend lugging around equipment and setting things up and running back and forth to check everything, but it also just makes the whole experience so much more collaborative. You don't feel alone. You don't feel as exhausted. It's just a more pleasant experience when there's people working together. I get my second COVID vaccine tomorrow. I hope that others have signed up to do so that we can get this world back to that place. Get it back to some sense of normal. Now, with the semester kind of coming to a close here, everything has just gone into full tilt. I've been running, working this entire week. It feels like I don't have a moment to breathe. Sometimes I'm nervous that there's not enough hours in the day to get everything done. I've started budgeting out my time to try and allocate things throughout the day to make sure I can get everything done, but even then, there's still this kind of like overwhelming pressure on top. I don't mind working a lot. In fact, this is a period that I enjoy. I like this sort of nose to the grindstone, really get things done. But it is tiring, it's exhausting, and there's things like drinking enough water and eating enough food that can become really easy to kind of like slip out of what you're doing. And so in all of this, I'm trying to attenuate to all of those things. I'm trying to make sure that at a bare minimum, I'm staying healthy and I'm staying happy, and just trying to work absolutely as hard as I possibly can in the interim. But the nice thing is that in 2 or 3 weeks, all of this will be over. I'll be back home, living at my house in Columbus, working on a movie this summer, and all of this stress will be behind me. I sort of conceptualize college as kind of this simulated existence where everything is kind of provided for you and the pieces are already cut out and all you have to do is sew them together. It's a place that you can come to, and it's a place that you can leave. I imagine that in a couple years when I have an actual job, and beyond that when I have a family, it's not necessarily going to be so easy for me to see the end point. It's not going to be so simple to go, oh, all I have to do is get through these next couple weeks. All I have to do is finish this presentation. Then I know that things are going to be a lot easier. Maybe that'll be true to some extent. But watching the lives of my parents and other adults, it seems like those waves of responsibility just keep coming. It's nice to know that all I have to do is make it till mid-May, and then I'm off and free. For now, Sam, I'm going to go back to reading Laura Mulvey and trying to analyze Written on the Wind, 1956 by Douglas Sirk. So I'm excited to move into the next phase of my life, but for now, I want to be sure that I appreciate the contained responsibility that I have. Sam, Schmackers, I'll see you tomorrow.